Hey, good morning, traders. How are you? Hey, don't forget to check down below in the chat area, the text area. Our 30-day trial is only $24.50 with promotion code capital H, RC, all three letters capital H 50, HRC 50. So 30 days. Check it out. Thanks. All right, let's get to looking at some charts. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, Mike, Julie, John, Ed, Brian, how you guys doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Ed, thanks for filling in what you could yesterday. I know that you had some troubles being a happy homeowner yesterday. So, thank you. Sorry I couldn't be here. Just one of those things. So, doggone, you wake up in the morning and you see your list of inverse trades popping up. That's never a good sign. Unless you're short. But take SDS here. Man, that's coming up pretty nice. We're in a pinball setup here. We've established a low, so now we can put a line up here if you want to draw some lines like that. Boom. We've gone through the trend indicator. I think it still has more to go to make some really big money, but it looks like it's head a little bit higher. Maybe test this, maybe get through this 35-30 area. Hey, Twinkie, good morning. That's funny. So we really want to be careful here. I'm going to look at a couple more of these while I'm here. SDS, this is actually a trade contender for today. So as long as it doesn't get out of hand, we don't want to chase it. USO is still moving up. Crude looks like it's still moving up. I don't know why that one's on this list, but it is. SPSX, we're still moving up. Here's one, FNGD. That's what I don't want to see moving up because this is one of my favorite, the opposites of it. It's evil twin brother. This is the evil twin brother, I guess. The good twin brother is the one I want working. This is not looking really good here. Up over the 50-period moving average, up over the trend line, trend indicator there. If we can get through this big candle here, then FNGDU is going to be hot, and if that's hot, then FNGU is going to be hurting. And if this is hurting, this is going to pull the market back. So right now, I'm looking at FNGU. If I had to look at this just, not hope or what I want, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go in the neighborhood of 156 down here. So 156 and some change. That's going to be painful. Like Sean points out, look at Apple. Ouch. Apple's already at some line here that I drew. We should probably move Apple down just a tad more. Right in there. I think that would be good. This is not good. Not good at all. So what it's going to have to do is I'm going to have to revamp some of my thinking. And let's look at the market here. If we can't find a higher low, because on the daily chart, we haven't completely collapsed yet. If you look at the weekly chart, whoops, just a minute here, clicking the wrong charts. There we go. If we look at the weekly chart, we're still holding up in a bullish way. So what that puts is the daily in this chop zone, kind of moving back and forth, up and down, trying to make a decision. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make light of the bearishness here, and I am most concerned. So I'll be watching this for some shorts coming on. Also, because the market is breaking that 50-period moving average, we'll probably be able to look at some blue ice failures. Yesterday, I had bought AMD. That's not looking so good. That could turn out to be a very nice blue ice failure here. So I could flip this to short in a heartbeat yet this morning and take the loss on the positive trade to bullish, and then get into a bearish trade. Some of us are still holding Disney. Disney still looks short. So I'm still looking for 79 down here and some change somewhere in this area. So Disney could pull into that area as well. Let's see, Sophie. If you look at Sophie here, that's setting up. Whoops, wrong one. Sorry about that. There we go. Sophie is setting up short. Here we've cracked below the 50-period moving average. We're run up, and here we're testing it, and it looks like we're failing. That's how I would use that. That's how I would look at this 50-period moving average. The blue ice failure, just like any other candle pattern, just because it creates one doesn't mean it's actually going to fail. What we're getting here is failure happening in the chart. So you can just see how that thing rolls up. Now it's rolling down. It's waving to the downside, just rolling to the downside. So right now, Sophie looks like a pretty good short. And honestly, man, down here about $6 is what I would see. What else? I'm still holding Tesla. I'll stick with that just for a short period of time. Let's get that out of the way. Well, we'll see if Tesla can hold up right through here. It's still a pretty good looking chart, but it's having troubles. And if the market starts to tip to the downside, there's going to be an awful lot of charts tip to the downside. It's just what charts do in sympathy. So that could end up being a short to the downside. Actually, it's not Tesla that I'm in, my bad. It's TSLL that I'm in. TSLL that I'm in. Hey, Mike, somebody mentioned NVIDIA short. Let's see here. I think it may need a little more, may need to get through a little more before short. I think we're kind of moving sideways here. I certainly don't like these candles up here. We've talked about this in the past, that I didn't like NVIDIA for a long. Didn't like it for a short, but I certainly didn't like it for a long. And I think if we, you know what we could do here? This would actually be very good. Let's take this high and go down to this low. Kind of close. That's kind of close. And below 453.20, that's a short. How's that? Now from there, you're going to have to manage and monitor the actual price action, but below 53.20, and that's halfway between this low and that high. So anything below here puts the sellers in control. Anything up here, the bulls are still in control, with keeping eyes on the candlestick signals, because price will be important. So for instance, if you're up here, and you're bullish, but you can see the bearish candle pattern pulling you down, then don't be, I think I started that off wrong. If we're still up in this green area, the chart is still bullish, or at least it's still controlled by the larger portion of the bulls. Jeepers creepers, Rick. Bulls. However, if you see candle patterns in action looking like they're about to attack those bears, don't stay bullish. Anything below that line is controlled by the bears. And same thing, if you see bulls trying to fight it to the upside. Be very careful with that. If you see this come through down here and the bears are, the price pattern is agreeing, then rock and roll. Price pattern up here to me is not looking good. I will say that. Not good at all. What else do we have here? Yesterday I was looking at ON, and ON, it's still kind of in that area. I think we're going to need a little more information on it, on whether that's going to move up or not. Yesterday on the SPY, the 3-bar chart, I'm going to take this off there. The 3-bar chart, we just came down and nailed those 2 lines that I had up there. So far that's working out perfect. Toward the end of the day, that last candle of the day really acted pretty good. What's happening is the first candle this morning is really knocking us down. So no follow through on that. That's a great picture of a fairly good bottoming candle, 2 candles, with no follow through. And that's what happens when you don't get that follow through. So yeah, man, today's going to be a little bit of a rough one, so we want to be careful here. Don't chase, don't trade out of revenge. Let the chart set up for you. Let's see if we've got any more shorts coming in here. For those that's got they can handle an $800 chart, AVGO is looking short. RK, that's a little cheapy. RKBLLB is looking short. SMCI, here's another one. That's a good looking short. Gap down below the 50, tested and failed, back up, testing. If we start to see this below the trend indicator, that would be an indication that we have a short chart coming there. All right. I've got a couple minutes if anyone has anything. I don't have much more here. Tell you the truth. Main thing today is don't chase. Don't feel like you have to trade out of panic, out of, darn it, you lost money on XYZ, so you have to trade. That is the worst reason to trade. Long as the patterns are set up for you. That's what you want to look for. Good morning, Thomas. Yes, Disney's looking short yet. I'm still holding that. Here's the weekly chart. I'm still looking for that 79. And below 79, maybe around 72 here. We'll just keep monitoring it. Keep making that money on it. And keep protecting that money that you're making on it. Okay? Let's see. Nike, what's Nike doing? Yeah, Nike, let's see, let's put this back here. So Nike's down, rallied up. Yesterday might have given the idea it was going to move up, and it could have today, but you need to see that follow through. Today we're seeing more follow through to the downside, so I would have to look at this still short. Besides, it's under the trend indicator. To me, that's a no-brainer. Hello, Carol. Good morning. Yeah, I think we're still in a danger zone here right now, Carol. I think we are. We're below the trend indicator, below the 50-period moving average on the SPY. Diamonds well below the trend indicator, below the 50 on the SPY. So, you know what? Let's just move over here to the dark chart. How about this one? Let's get rid of price. That's what I want to do. There we go. So let's see here. We're on the daily chart. Look at the diamond. See how it's starting to turn here? That makes for a danger zone. That doesn't make for, 1,000% bearish. Not yet. But it certainly puts you in the danger zone. The SPY is still actually up there, but we know price is below. So when we open this morning, this could turn to the downside a little bit. The Qs, I think Yeah, maybe I'll put price in there just real lightly. Real light. Let's turn that real time on. There we go. So you can see when the market opens up this morning, we're going to turn red here. That's a danger zone. I apologize. I think I'm brewing a cold here, darn it. This is a danger zone here. So what we want to look for, and you know, some people a little more aggressive than others. See right here, we had one red dot turn red, but see where the T line didn't cross over till about right here. So all this danger zone, this is committed. Right now, we're just in the danger zone. We're not committed. And we're not committed long nor bearish yet, just danger zone here. This is where I've talked about in the past. Watch that turn. The turn can be tricky because just because you have a dip in there doesn't mean it's going to get bearish. A lot of buyers come in on dips and then drive us back up. So danger zone, committed. All righty. Everybody take care. Oh, let's look at one more. Toll, T-O-L. There's Toll Brothers. That's still looking pretty good. You say short chart. I say not a short chart. Not till it, I don't see it opening below the 50 today. 50's down here. If it gets below the 50, that my attitude toward it would change. I don't like this big ugly candlestick. I don't like that. But from a chart perspective, just the way we look at moving averages, that's not a short yet. All right, I got to run. We'll see everybody at the bottom of the hour. Thank you so very much, and we'll see you today at the members e-learning starting at 11 Eastern. All right, you guys take care. Thank you so much.